This video will give you an insight about pattern multiplication. So what is the significance of pattern multiplication? The principle of pattern multiplication is of great value in pattern synthesis. So by pattern synthesis means the process of finding the array of sources that produces a desired pattern. So theoretically, any array of isotropic point sources can be found that will produce any arbitrary pattern. So this process is not always simple and may yield an array that is difficult as well as impossible to construct. So now we have the solution to this problem, that is the antenna synthesis can be done by the application of pattern multiplication. So even though this is a trial and error process, but it will approximate the desired pattern of an array. So the pattern multiplication rule is the field pattern of an array of non-isotropic but similar point sources is a product of the pattern of individual source and the pattern of an array of isotropic point sources having the same locations, relative amplitudes and phase as the non-isotropic point sources. So simply it can be stated as the array pattern is equal to element pattern into array factor. If the field of the non-isotropic source and the array of isotropic sources vary in phase with a space angle, then that is having the phase pattern which is not a constant, then the statement of the pattern or principle of pattern multiplication may be extended and it can be defined as the total field pattern of an array of non-isotropic but similar sources is the multiplication of the individual source pattern and the pattern of an array of isotropic point sources, each located at the phase center of the individual source and having the relative amplitude and phase, whereas the total phase patterns is addition of the phase pattern of the individual sources and the array of isotropic point sources. So the total field by an array is defined as E is equal to EI of theta comma phi into EA of theta comma phi into EPI theta comma phi plus EPA of theta comma phi. So here the first term. So this is the multiplication of the field patterns and the second one is the addition of phase patterns where E is the total field. So EI of theta comma phi is equal to, that is a field pattern of individual source, and EA of theta comma phi is a field pattern of array of isotropic point source, and EPI of theta comma phi is the phase pattern of individual source, and EPA of theta comma phi is the phase pattern of array of isotropic point sources. So let us see some examples of pattern multiplication. Here in this diagram, two identical point sources separated by the distance d, each source having the field pattern that is given by E naught is equal to E naught dash sine theta or given. So the point sources here are the dipoles. These are non-isotropic sources. These are not actually point sources, but these are non-isotropic sources. So here we have taken the dipole, short dipole, and the phase angle alpha is equal to 0. Then the total field pattern is E is equal to sine theta cos of pi by 2 cos theta. The field pattern of the individual source is the E naught dash into sine theta. Whereas we know the total field contributed by the 2 point sources at the distant point P is cos of pi by 2 cos theta. So here in the pattern multiplication, we are going to multiply the individual source pattern, that is sine theta, then the group pattern, that is cos of pi by 2 cos theta. Now the first diagram, this is the H-shaped radiation pattern, corresponds to the individual radiation pattern of the non-isotropic source, that is a dipole. So we know the horizontally placed dipole will radiate more effectively in the vertical direction. So this is a radiation pattern of the dipole. Then this is multiplied by the group pattern, that is we know the radiation pattern of the two isotropic point sources separated by the distance d is equal to lambda by 2, and fed with a current of same amplitude and phase. We have the radiation pattern like this. This is the second diagram. So the individual pattern is multiplied by the group pattern, and finally the that is multiplication of these two will give you the third pattern, that is the resultant radiation pattern. Here in this example, the two dipole antennas are oriented parallel to the y-axis. So here the maximum field of the individual source is in the direction theta is equal to 0 degree, 0 and 180 degree. And it has a null along the direction 90 and 270 degrees. Now, the individual source pattern is E0 is equal to E0 dash cos theta. So the total array pattern is in the xy plane, that is E is equal to cos theta into cos of pi by 2 cos theta. So cos theta is a electric field due to the individual source, and cos of pi by 2 cos theta is the total electric field due to the combination of two non-isotropic sources. Here these two are dipole antennas. Now we can apply the pattern multiplication and to get the resultant radiation pattern. So first, as per the rule, we have to multiply the radiation pattern of the individual source by the group pattern. So the first diagram, this is the radiation pattern of the individual dipole antenna, which is vertically oriented. So with any vertically oriented antenna will have the maximum direction along the array axis. So this is a radiation pattern. So this is multiplied by the group pattern. We are familiar with this pattern. So when these two are multiplied, we will get the resultant radiation pattern like this. Let us see some more examples. How to draw the radiation pattern of four isotropic elements. So this diagram shows the linear array of four isotropic elements spaced lambda by 2 apart and fed in phase. So that is alpha is equal to 0. So one of the methods to get the radiation pattern of the array is to add the individual fields at a distant point P vectorially. But instead we can use an alternative method, which is a very simple method, that is the pattern multiplication. Now the four elements spaced lambda by 2 are replaced by 2 units spaced lambda. Now the grouping should be done like this. We have to group 1 and 2 as one unit, and it should be placed exactly at the center, that is in between 1 and 2. And now we have to group this 3 and 4, and it will form the another unit, the second unit 2, and it is placed in between 3 and 4. Now this will form the group pattern. So individual pattern is what? The sources 1 and 2 separated by the distance lambda by 2. So that is the source pattern now, or the individual pattern. And the group pattern is the sources 1 and 2 after grouping this 1, 2, 3, 4, and these two are separated by the distance lambda. So now we draw the radiation pattern by applying the pattern multiplication rule. So we know from the 2 point sources the radiation pattern at a distant point P is this H-shaped pattern. So the individual or unit pattern due to the two individual elements is the first one. And this should be multiplied by the group pattern. This is due to the array of two isotropic sources separated by lambda. So we have the lobes in between 60 and 120 degree. Then the other lobes are also formed. And when these two are multiplied, we are getting the resultant pattern of four isotropic sources. So in between 0 and 60, we have got one lobe, and between 60 and 120, another lobe. Similarly, 120 and 180, another lobe. So likewise, we are getting the lobes for the resultant radiation pattern. So this is an example for the radiation pattern of 8 isotropic elements fed in phase and lambda by 2 apart. Now the 8 elements, first we have to group the 4 elements and it should be placed in between the midway between 1, 2 and 3, 4, exactly in the middle. So here. And now group 5, 6, 7, 8 as one unit. So this is a unit 2. This is 1 and 2. Now this should be placed between 5, 6, 7, 8 exactly. So now when you calculate the distance, you'll get this distance as 2 lambda. So now what is the individual pattern or unit pattern? So this is a unit pattern due to 4 isotropic radiators. So now we have grouped the 4 isotropic radiators or the 4 elements into one. Similarly, here the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as one group. Okay. So now this between 1 and 2, that is these two are the now sources. So the distance is 2 lambda. Now applying the pattern multiplication rule to this one. So the unit pattern due to 4 individual elements, this we know already. We have in the previous example we have got this radiation pattern. Then this should be multiplied by the group pattern. So group pattern of 2 isotropic elements is spaced by 2 lambda apart. Then we'll get the resultant radiation pattern of 8 isotropic elements. So here we are getting 6 lobes between the nulls. So between the null points we are getting 6 lobes. So this is the actual pattern, the resultant pattern of 8 isotropic elements. So the advantages of pattern multiplication is this helps to sketch the radiation pattern of array of antennas so quickly from the simple product of the element pattern and the array pattern. And this is a useful tool in the design of antenna arrays. But the disadvantages, this can be applicable only for the array of identical elements. Thank you.